Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm back with another Dead Island 2 video, and in this video we'll be talking about the latest news regarding this game. Also, if you love Dead Island 2 and you would like to stay updated with the news, then make sure to subscribe to this channel as I keep you guys updated with everything Dead Island 2. Now, just few hours ago, Dead Island 2 official Twitter handle shared the PC specs requirements for this game. So let's have a look at it, and if you're confused about the specs, whether this game will run on your system or not, then comment below with your PC specs and I'll let you know. Now, the minimum requirements to run Dead Island 2 are as follows. To run the game on 1080p 30 FPS, you will need at least AMD FX 9590 CPU or an Intel Core i7 7700HQ. For the RAM, you would need at least 10 GB. Now, for the graphics card, you would need at least an AMD Radeon RX 480 or a GeForce GTX 1060. Now, for the recommended specs, to run the game on 1080p 60 FPS, you would need at least an AMD Ryzen 5 5600X CPU or an Intel Core i9 9900K CPU. RAM size required is 16 GB. And for the graphics card, you would need at least an AMD Radeon RX 6600 XT or a GeForce RTX 2070 Super. Now, the specs required to run the game on 1440p 60 FPS are as follows. You would need an AMD Ryzen 7 7700X CPU or an Intel Core i5 12600KF. RAM size required is 16 GB, and for the graphics card, you would need at least an AMD Radeon RX 6750 XT or a GeForce RTX 3070. Now, finally, for the 4K 60 FPS lovers, you would need at least an AMD Ryzen 9 7900X CPU or an Intel Core i7 13700K CPU. RAM size is same, 16 GB, and the graphics card required is AMD Radeon RX 6950 XT or a GeForce RTX 3090. Also, few things, Windows 10 is required and you would need at least 70 GB of space available in your system. Now, with the release of Dead Island 2, I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions in your mind, so the developers have answered those questions for you guys. Starting with the first question, does Dead Island 2 support crossplay? The answer is no, Dead Island 2 will not support crossplay. Next, will there be multiplayer in Dead Island 2? The answer is Dead Island 2 will have co-op story mode for up to 3 players. The next question, is Dead Island 2 cross-gen? The answer is yes, Dead Island 2 will support cross-gen and there will be more info coming in the future. Next question, what's the FPS count for Dead Island 2 on each console? Now, this one is interesting. On PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, it will be 60 FPS. On PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, it will be 30 FPS. Next question, which HUD elements are customizable in Dead Island 2? In Dead Island 2, you can customize the following HUD elements: player health and status, compass, quest objective information, objective markers, co-op players, roster, central notification pop-ups, left side notification pop-ups, reticle, radio messages, messages log, small center hints, stamina bar, weapon pickup log, weapon information, curveball information, zombie health and status, interaction location, weapon pickup information, damage numbers, quick time event information, hazardous threat indicator. Next question, does Dead Island 2 support performance boosting software? No, Dead Island 2 does not support performance boosting software. Next, which DirectX is supported in Dead Island 2? Dead Island 2 will support DirectX 12 only. It does not support DirectX 11. Next, is there a streamer mode in Dead Island 2? The answer is yes, Dead Island 2 has a streamer mode that blocks licensed music. However, while launching the game, players will first watch the cinematic title sequence, which also has licensed music, so we recommend caution. Additionally, the streamer mode does not have a gore filter. Next, what languages are available in Dead Island 2? While Dead Island 2 will only have English audio, the subtitles, tooltips, options, and many options will be available in following languages. So guys, that was everything for today's news. If you got any questions, then leave them in the comments below. Also, Dead Island 2 has an 11-minute gameplay showing the intro of the game, and I'll be talking about that in my next video. So keep an eye out for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, stay safe and never stop slaying zombies.